Hey YouTube, it's Brandon from VK Milling and Hardwoods again. I know it's been a few weeks since the last time I posted a video, and for that I apologize, but I would like to give a very warm-hearted welcome to all of the new subscribers. It seems that the channel has started to actually take off. I know it may not be many to some other channels that are out there that are in the woodworking and milling and making industries, but for me, it's an honor that there are the amount of people that are interested in seeing my videos that there are, and I hope we grow together. It just baffles me, and I love it. So I'm going to try to do these videos more frequently. I'd like to get to the point where I can produce at least one a week, maybe two. Some of them may be very short, but I'm also going to be including other subjects. I'm going to do some unboxing videos for new tools that I'm buying. I'm going to be doing some more educational videos for, scaling logs, looking at logs, determining log values, the things that you have to think about and the things that you have to do when you want to, start to get into this business. And there's a lot going on with it, so I have a lot of plans. Hopefully those take off. I've been crazy busy, which is why I have not been able to put out any new videos recently. The weather here has just been absolutely ridiculous. It's either raining or freezing or 85 degrees, and all three of those could happen in the same day. 2 days ago, when I got to the shop first thing in the morning, it was 29 degrees outside, and by I think 3 o'clock in the afternoon it was 80 degrees again. So it's a problem for us because it's hard to plan what we're doing on a day-by-day basis based on whether it's going to be raining in the morning or raining in the afternoon, or whether it's going to be freezing cold, or whether it's going to be ridiculously hot. It's so up in the air right now. But we're doing a lot of projects. We're getting a lot of cars painted up front. I've been milling a lot of lumber, and I do mean a lot. I've probably done in the last 2 weeks maybe 20,000 board feet of lumber or more, and that's including the weather. I got some video, but it didn't come out very well, of cedar that I've cut, some red oak that I've cut. I cut well over 2,000 linear feet of lap siding for a barn, or I'm sorry, for a cabin. In addition to another, I think we ended up calculating out 3,000 or 4,000 board feet of various dimensional pieces for interior, for exterior, for this cabin. It's crazy. I've got log deliveries now coming in every few days. I can't barely make a dent in that pile of logs that I have back there right now. It is just, it's going crazy. This particular customer here brought me these 3 poplar logs, and they were pretty good sized. They were slightly oval in shape, but on the wide side, 28, 29 inches. But they were pretty healthy. And this customer was interesting because he came to me with these 3 logs, and he had a list of very specific dimensions that he actually wanted cut, and very specific quantities. And so you'll see me cutting and not doing it in the normal way that I would just process a log and get it off the mill, because I'm referring back to my list and going, okay, well, he needs X amount of 3x3s and then 3x4s, and then he needs pieces that are 3/4 of an inch thick, and then he needs pieces that are 5/4, and then he needs pieces that are 21 inches or 21 7/8 wide by 2 5/8 thick. It was just this list of stuff. And this is a good shot of one of the logs that I was cutting. I love poplar. I love yellow poplar. I think it's a gorgeous, gorgeous wood. Of course, you're not going to be using it for, posts for your deck or anything of that nature, but I think it has a beautiful color to it, and I love it. So I love to cut it. A lot of people say it smells very bad, but yeah, I don't smell it at all. But then I can't even smell roses. So is what it is. But yeah, so I cut these 3 logs up for this customer. It was a lot of interesting sizes of materials. And he picked them up the day after I finished doing this milling, and he was super excited about it. But yeah, I can't say it enough how much I love poplar. It cuts easy, it's clean, it's a nice close grain wood, it's not super hard, and you get some really good coloration out of it. You see me here marking out dimensions on the end of the log, trying to calculate, well, am I going to get X number of 3x3s or 3x4s or whatever it is that he was needing me to cut out of this particular section. And he very specifically wanted 4 full-length 21 7/8 by 2 5/8 boards. And so you see me cut a few of them here and there off of this log and another one that I processed for him. And so we got everything exactly the dimension that he wanted. We did, in this particular log right here, hit 2 nails, one on the first face and one on the second face that I cut. So there were blade fees involved as well, but it is what it is. Sometimes you cut into a log and you get 90% of the way through it, and on the last couple of cuts, blam, you hit nails, or you hit a spike, or a bullet, or you name it. So, it happens. We deal with it, put a new blade on, go back to the next cut. So right now, I'm just cutting dimensional stuff out that he wanted, 1 1/4 by 4 inches. And getting that off the mill. I'm really working right now on refining my processes and trying to make things more efficient. Now that I actually have a forklift and I can move logs around and I can move lumber around more easily, I'm really kind of working on how to really actually do that efficiently. Even after I start cutting, there's still a lot of heavy materials that are left over, and you see me occasionally struggling with a piece here or there, and that's because I've been stacking my final cut pieces onto the forks of the mill, putting stickers in between them, and just stacking and stickering right there on the forklift, and then using that to just take it and set it down on the stack and keep going. So I can't offload it to pick up the other stuff to put it back on the mill. I'm still trying to figure things out and how I really want to go about doing that stuff. The other things that have been going on recently, I had to go through an entire process of reorganizing and cleaning up the lumber yard here. That was a massive, massive pain to try to deal with, especially with the weather as it's been. There was bark chips and pieces of wood everywhere, just all over the place, and I had to clean that up, and I had to manually move several of the stacks that were closer to the building because the forklift can't get in there due to the fact that it's very soft to ground and it's a very heavy piece of equipment, and it just sinks right into the mud and it gets stuck. I've had to pull it out with the truck a couple of times, and that's just not fun. And you know, taking a stack that's 5 feet high and 8 feet wide and 13 feet long of oak, that's just no fun trying to do that manually. So I'm working on figuring out what I'm going to do with that. But I'm going to keep this video relatively short and sweet. I just wanted to give you guys an update as to what's going on and how busy we've been. Like I said, I'm going to have a lot more videos coming out. I'm making a mantle. I've got some chairs that I've got to work on and some benches, and I'm going to try to take some video of it. So stay safe and have fun. If you like these videos and you want to stay up to date with us, make sure to click that subscribe button down below. You can also visit us at vikingblooded.com and facebook.com/vikingblooded and patreon.com/vikingblooded. As always, stay safe and have fun.